are welcome to Anchor Network, where you get first-hand information about things happening around you. And I appreciate every one of you who has subscribed to this channel. And if you have not subscribed, please press the red button and make sure you press the bell icon, because if you don't press the bell icon, you will not be notified anytime we post news, because we want you to get the news as soon as they come, as fast as they come. So press the bell icon so that you'll be notified anytime. The news we have for you now, you'll be glad that you are aware of it. Stay tuned. Witnesses have told the Election Petition Tribunal in Akpabio'S State that the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) cancelled collated results compiled from their units and wards. They also alleged that INEC produced voters' registers which were not used on election day. 7 witnesses who testified on Senator Godswill Akpabio's petition told the 3-man panel that they were amazed to hear that collated results obtained from their units and wards were cancelled after they were announced at the polling units and wards. They added that the petitioner Akpabio won convincingly in all the units and wards that results were collated and announced. The ward agent in Okon Ward 8, Acien Udim Council, said he was shocked to hear that the results which he signed at the collation center were cancelled by INEC in Uyo. He insisted he only heard about the cancellation in the court. Lead counsel to the third respondent, INEC, Ifeoluwa Otediran, said INEC cancelled the results in 17 of the 20 polling units in Okon, Ward 8, because the voters' register used for accreditation were not ticked, and INEC believed that there was no accreditation of voters. But the witness said, "My lord, it is not true. There was accreditation and our names were ticked in my ward before we were allowed to vote, and the same thing was done in other polling units which our party agents told me about. There was no cancellation in my presence. I was a ward collation officer for my party." Testifying on INEC form EC8B1 for code 06 Odoro Ikot Ward 6 of 5 registration area. A witness said he was surprised to hear for the first time inside the tribunal that results in 10 polling units in his ward were cancelled. According to him, voters' register presented to him in the tribunal was different from the one used during the election. "My lord, these documents tendered here are different from the one INEC brought to the polling units in Ward 8, Odoro Ikot, Acien Udim Council on election day. It is a surprise that INEC gave us photocopied documents. I am surprised that there were original documents. Our names were ticked on the voters' register they gave to us, but it is shocking that our names are not ticked in this one here at the tribunal," the witness said. The same scenario played out in Okana West Ward 10 and Okana East Ward 9. Both agents discovered at the tribunal that all collated results in 7 and 10 polling units in the 2 wards were cancelled by INEC without their knowledge. The testimonies, according to legal analysts, revealed how some INEC officials conspired to cancel the results of Senator Akpabio to reduce his votes and declare his opponent winner of the election. Lead counsel to the petitioner, S.I. Ame, was granted June 19 and 20th to present all his witnesses to continue their testimonies. Meanwhile, Godswill Akpabio had already said that God is going to expose those who made him not to get to the Ninth Senate, that very soon everything will be made known. And I think that is just what is happening. Listen to what he said before now. The senator who represented Akwa Ibom Northwest District in the 8th Assembly, Godswill Akpabio, says God will soon expose those who fraudulently orchestrated his loss in the last National Assembly election. This was as Ibom Integrity and Servants Leadership Culture Initiative retweeted its call that President Muhammadu Buhari should not appoint Akpabio as a minister in his cabinet, stressing that Akpabio came into the All Progressives Congress (APC) with no recognizable political structure. But speaking at Ukanam, Acien Udim local government area of the state, while empowering some of his constituents, Akpabio accused the INEC Resident Electoral Commissioner of the state, Mike Igini, of denying him of the mandate freely given to him. He described Igini as the most compromised electoral officer in Nigeria and should not be allowed to hold public office. Akpabio insisted that he did not lose any election and urged his people not to be dismayed by the temporary setback. According to him, please, nobody should have any headache. Nobody should cry because there is no need. You know your senator cannot lose election because we were all there. But many of them thought they can go and write whatever they like and even cancel what you won. I never in my life experienced a resident electoral commissioner like Mike Igini, and my message to him is that his hypocrisy will be exposed. There is no way you can come into Akwa and commit that kind of electoral fraud you committed. Then you go back to channels, television, and sit down and talk as if you are a pope. Very soon the world will know. All the materials we are all recovering every day will expose you. Just yesterday, the police arrested people carrying materials from where they voted and were trying to sneak into INEC. The other day, they arrested someone with card readers. He was frantically calling and trying to say that they were used for training 3 months after election so that they will continue to manipulate. Akpabio said he intends to join President Muhammadu Buhari to sanitize the nation's electoral system, stressing that for me, it is important as a former governor and elder statesman to join the president to sanitize the electoral process so that we will ensure that votes count in future elections. There is no need for Nigeria to continue taking one step forward and 5 steps backward. Meanwhile, Ibom Integrity and Servant Leadership Culture Initiative, in a statement by its Executive Vice President, Dr. Asuko Edidem Etim, said their anti-Akpabio stance echoes the inner thoughts of many members of APC in Akwa Ibom and the entire South states. Our key interest in this regard is to ensure that President Buhari's second tenure is remarkably better than the previous one, essentially by the choice of personnel he recruits to assist him to actualize his next level programs. The few controversies around his government in the first term, as we noted in our letter, were apparently as a result of the unethical or insensitive actions of some of the former ministers, whose conducts were contrary to Mr. President's renowned discipline and conservative nature. It was expected that a politician of that stature would be able to at least command the loyalty and following of at least half of the members of the House of Assembly. But he came almost empty-handed with a lot of distracting noise. The 3 members that later joined him came with a huge baggage of controversy that rubbed off on the party negatively. He couldn't even convince his own cousin, who was a commissioner in the state, to join him. The situation was that bad. So when the PDP cleared all the 13 NAS seats, including his own, 120 of the 21 House of Assembly seats in the state, and retained the governorship of the state, it became very clear that we had actually overrated his electoral value and influence. It's like things are working in favor of Godswill Akpabio, because a lot of people have come to testify in his favor, saying that most of his votes were really cancelled, and now the case has been adjourned to 19 and 20 of this month. In few days now, we're going to hear the last of the whole thing, if it's not going to be adjourned, if he has a lot of witnesses and evidences to show before the court or before the judge. So it's like things are really looking good for him. Just like he said before, that God is going to expose those people who made him not to get to the ninth Senate. And meanwhile, he accused Igini of being partial, that he was the one that made him not to win the election at the end of the day. They just gave the winner to his opponent. That meanwhile, that how can he lose the election? That there was no way he would have lost the election, and that was what he was telling his people, that it's very, very impossible for him to have lost the election based on his popularity, based on what he has done in the state, based on the people he has helped in one way or the other, based on his achievements. I think he was talking from that angle. Let's see as everything goes at the end of the day, if he's going to win or he's going to take back his mandate, because he has already said before now that he's going to take his mandate, that his mandate was taken away from him. So guys, that's just my own opinion. I would like to hear your take on this new twist to Akpabio's drama. Thank you very much. Bye.